We always talk about liberties, we always talk about equality, we always talk about social justice and empowerment. But do you know that who has started the self-respect movement in India, who has fighted against the inequalities and to protect the right of the backward classes? Due to his effort, the constitution was amended and it has given the reservation policies to the backward classes. But before this, I would like to explain some historical background about the equalities and the constitutional measure. Along with, I will also discuss about the economic aspect of equality. The demand of equality was started in the 19th century due to dominating a class that was a Brahmanas. To make the equality in the society, there were many social reformers who started the movement against the inequality or injustice in the societies. In a Rigvedic period, the society was divided into the two categories, but in a later Vedic period, the society was divided on the basis of a Varna system. In a Varna system, the society was divided into the four categories. First was the Brahmanas, second was the Kshatriyas, and third was a Vaishya, and the fourth category were the Shudras. The major work of a Brahmana was to Yajna Puja or giving the education. The Kshatriya's major work was to work as a ruler and to protect the empire. He has worked in the field of war and to security. The Vaishya has the major works of the trading and commercial activities along with agriculture activities. The Shudras has the four categories in which there was a labor class and the artisan were come under this category. They don't have much right, even they are negligible from the societies. They were mostly discriminated by the higher class like Brahmanas, the Kshatriya. Now we are come to know about what is the constitutional measure to make the equalities in the society. The fundamental rights are mentioned in the part 3 of the constitution from article 12 to 35. The fundamental rights are named so because they are guaranteed and protected by the constitution, which is the fundamental law of the land, which means if it will be violated, the people can directly go to the Supreme Court. In article of the fundamental right, there is one article which are more important for this topic, that is related to the caste system and equality. Article 15 provided that the state shall not be discriminate against any citizen on the ground of only that is a religion, race, caste, sex or a place of birth, which means that there will be not any discrimination on these ground which I have mentioned here, and this is the form to make the equality in the society and to make the welfare state. There are two ways which is used by the government or a central authority to make the equality in the society and to reduce the inequality in the society. The first thing is that the leveling up and the second is the leveling down. In a leveling up, the government will provide a social security to the poor people through the public distribution system to provide the subsidies, and even reservation is also come under this category to make the welfare state, in which the government will provide reservations to the backward or a depressed class so that they have to increase their level, that is called the leveling up. In a leveling down, the government will impose the high rate of taxes on the rich class, that is capitalistic class, to generate the revenue, and it will be distributed among the society through the public distribution system or expenditure format, so that a government will have to increase the purchasing power of the poor class. For example, look at in the diagram, there is a mention of a progressive taxes, in which if the rate of a taxes is at 10%, the salaries is at 10,000. Suppose the salary has increased from 10,000 to 15,000, the tax rate is also increasing to the 15%. If the salary is increasing from 15 thousand to 20,000, the tax rate is also increased to 20,000, which means that if an salary is increasing, the tax rate is also increasing. That is called the progressive taxes, in which the government will have to generate a more and more revenue, and it will be distributed in the society. So make the equality. The poor class has not a more amount of money, so that is why they are not paying more taxes, and they have to get a more and more benefit from the government side. This is also the format to make the equality in the society and to reduce the inequalities. Now we are coming to the final answer of the question: who has started the self-respect movement in India? His name was Ramasamy Naikar, popularly known as Periyar. He has fight against inequality which was happening in India. Due to his effort, the constitution was amended to provide the reservations to the backward classes. He has fight against the dominating a class, that was a Brahmanas. He has a fight against the injustice and to provide the equality to the backward classes. He were also the contemporary of B.R. Ambedkar. Even the B.R. Ambedkar also a fight against injustice of the Dalit class, that is a very very depressed class. So both have the same ideology to provide the liberties, equalities and equal justice to existing in the societies.